What's up, guys? Long time no see. I'm a little bit under the weather, but we're gonna get through this. Let's get to the intro. Let's go. What up? What up? What up? Man, what's up with the guys, man, and the ladies that are out there. Appreciate you guys being patient. Ooh, this was a I could say boring weekend. I was ill the whole weekend. As soon as Friday hit and we were about to get off, I started feeling it come on, and I was just in bed all weekend, and I was finally able to kind of make it up and at them today. So I'll be back to work tomorrow. Yep, bye week, bye week, bye week. We didn't lose this week. You know what I mean? I know it's been a lot of negativity, a lot of honesty. Really, it is what it is. Everyone's kind of coming to grips with reality. Um, Getsy's out of there. You know what I'm saying? So will it look different? You know what I mean? Do we have the pieces to make it look different? Probably, probably not, but we'll see. Sometimes a change can bring on a change. So I prepared, like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit more prepared for you guys. And since I was down, I had a little bit of time. So welcome to the Raider Grind. I sound a little different. Like I said, I'm a little plugged up, a little sluggish, and no, I know you're looking at the screen. No, this is not Charles Barkley. All right. So, long story short, I was cutting my hair and my clippers broke a little bit past midway, but it would have been a bad look. So, as you can see, your boy went Michael Jordan on him. But change is good, man. You got to embrace change sometimes. So this is my first time ever being bald. So you know what I mean? Get to look at it now, because I don't think we're gonna see this until my hair falls out. But no more Timu hair clippers. Let's just say that. Well, like I said, welcome to the Raider Grind. Prepared a nice little show for you today. Today we have a crucial topic to discuss: the Raiders quarterback position situation, if you will, and how they've missed on some key first round picks that could have helped shape the future. Usually I don't like to, harp on past, but to know where we're going, we got to know where we've been. So the book of 50 Cent right there. We've been through a lot of ups and downs when it comes to the quarterback position. It's become clear the Raiders need to get this right in the 2025 draft. But before we talk about the future, we've got to look back at the past and how they've missed on some golden opportunities in recent years to secure a franchise quarterback. Now, the two that I think of off top, that's it two? Yeah, to the two I think of off top, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Just off top. Just the two that just got me just like, what was going on? I remember the whispers when Lamar came out. There was, oh, he's just a running back, but he's doing pretty damn good, Josh Allen, is always competing every year for AFC, either championship or game before. So, and we know where we're headed. The Raiders have swung and missed on huge opportunities in the past with first round quarterbacks, and it's been a major factor in where they stand today. Let's break it down. And like we talked about, let's go back to 2018. The Raiders had the 10th overall pick, and despite all the rumors and whispers, they decided to pass on guys like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and even Josh Rosen. I'm cool that we passed on Josh Rosen. I'll tell you that right now. You know, that project didn't work out too well. He was close, though. He ended up in, I think, the Niners, but we dodged the bullet, I think. Who at the time was considered a top-tier prospect, which we'll talk about Josh Rosen. Instead, they took Colton Miller, a solid tackle who has certainly played well, but how different would this team looked today? Now, sure, we could have probably got another tackle by now. You know, we've been sitting with Colton for quite some time, and I think at that time it was different. You know what I mean? We chose to protect who we had. I believe that was DC. Yeah, so I don't know. I think that's why we didn't take a swing but I mean, you should always look to upgrade no matter what you have. I mean, you look at how Green Bay Packers, perfect example, from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never a right time to say goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just have to be able to make that move. And that's what our franchise kind of sometimes has a hard time doing, is letting go and trusting in, you know, your plan. Like if you think a plan is going to work, go with it. Don't think about what fans think, what this person thinks. Go with what you know. Lamar Jackson was right there for the taking. And if you watch the Raiders over the years, it's clear they've needed a dynamic playmaker at quarterback. Lamar's skill set, his ability to extend plays, and his electrifying speed. He could have been the face of the franchise in a city like Las Vegas. But no, they opted for Miller. Like I said, Miller has been solid, but I think he's on the latter part of his career. We'll see how he bounces back either this year or next year. Let's not forget about Josh Allen. Like we said, Allen's arm strength and ability to make all the throws was immediately evident in Buffalo. Imagine pairing that with the offensive weapons the Raiders have now. You know, minus Devontae now. But that, you know, I'm not saying that we can get another Devontae, but I'm saying, like, don't let me start doing these mock drafts because I'm going to give us some weapons. As you've seen, the one on this very live, I know you guys are like, oh, no, there's no quarterback. But, I mean, everyone, of course, is going to say the obvious. But Shedeur or none of them were there at that pick. So I take the best wide receiver. You know, I gave us another weapon. So, you know, but that's a story for another day because that's just one I did. I actually liked it because, you know, we got to get some good pieces in there. But I digress. No. It's a what-if scenario. That's hard to ignore. So we're talking about two guys who are now top-tier quarterbacks in the league, and the Raiders were in the position to get them, but they missed. So, you know, it is what it is. And then there's the 2020 draft. The Raiders had the 12th overall pick, and they were in perfect position to grab someone like Justin Herbert. Now, I know a lot of people aren't fans of Justin Herbert, but I would take Justin Herbert over what we have right now. Instead, they go with another need, selecting Henry Ruggs. And we know the story that unfolded. Herbert, of course, went to the Chargers at 6, and he's been a stud there ever since. You know, some may beg to differ, but, you know, he's at least a piece that, you know, I think Harbaugh felt comfortable with going in and, you know, having at least that piece, you know, which I agree. I'm not going to sit here and pretend Ruggs couldn't have been a special player. When he was on the field, he showed flashes of why he was picked so high. Now, in that draft, I'm not even going to lie. I wanted Justin Jefferson. You know, CeeDee Lamb probably would have been the second one, but I didn't like Jerry Jeudy, and I'm not saying I didn't like Ruggs. I just really wasn't that familiar with Ruggs, to be honest. But I definitely like Justin Jefferson. That's who I wanted us to get. But because we could have traded back and got him too, and then picked up some pieces along the way. But you know. But in hindsight, the quarterback situation was such a glaring need for the Raiders, and they passed on Herbert, who is now one of the premier young quarterbacks in the league. Just got paid too, so yeah, that pick still stings. It stings because we're now looking at 2 missed opportunities in back-to-back drafts. And I mean there was more, but that was just kind of the main ones that kind of, were a big deal. The Raiders had the chance to secure a franchise quarterback twice, and each time they went in a different direction. And here we are again, still searching for the right guy under center. So, leads me to the rest of the show. So what does that mean for the 2025 draft? Well, the good news is the Raiders are positioned to be in the hunt for one of the top quarterbacks in this class. The 2025 QB class is stacked with talent, and the Raiders can't afford to miss out again. Now, due to my dedication to the Raiders, prior to this season, I wasn't really watching a lot of college ball, but now due to the not so successful, season that we're having, I've been watching a lot of college ball, pretty much every game I can catch, just kind of, scouting, seeing who's who, and, just seeing some extra guys that maybe no one's talking about. But, mainly was the quarterback situation. I think the key here is that the Raiders need to have a clear, unwavering focus on finding the right quarterback this time. No more prioritizing other needs over the most important position, because we've dropped the ball. We've went on hopes and wishes and did not get it done. And we try like I talked about before, and I will stay on course, but we have to stop hoping and putting our hands together, praying that we get the best out of someone instead of getting the best player to put out on the field. Stop being cheap, basically. Stop being cheap and put the real talent on the field. And it's not just about drafting the right guy. It's about building the right environment around it. Before we get to the quarterback, this is why I'm hoping in free agency we do this. They put a solid offensive line, some playmakers at the skill position, and a defense that can take some of the pressure off him early. Well, good thing at least we have one of those three. We're not too far away on the playmakers, but we need to add some more. We need 2 more wide receivers, be it free agency, like a big name free agent, or young star coming up. To put that with Brock Bowers and Mayer, I think would be a great combination. And then, of course, take care of the running back, get a running back for the future, maybe 2, and get it going. Quarterback is the face of the franchise, but they need a complete team to win an NFL. And then, just the gimmies. A young quarterback will need time to develop, and it's going to take a solid supporting cast to help him reach his potential. So that's why I'm narrowing down basically just to 3 guys for tonight. But if the Raiders nail this pick, we could be looking at the new era of Las Vegas football, a new chapter where the Raiders have a franchise quarterback for the first time in a long while. I hope you guys like this picture too. I don't know. I love that picture. Every time I see it, it just means so much because the referees, Chiefs always get that extra call. I'm a Raider fan. They're the Chiefs. I don't need much, but yeah, I love that picture. Whoever made that or whatever, shout to you because I love it because it checks out. But I look ahead. There we go. Like this. I'm trying out a new format too. We actually have a presentation at class tomorrow. That's why I'm kind of practicing now through this, you know what I mean, to get ready for tomorrow. We're pitching pretty much our school program to a bunch of people for internships and stuff like that, just so they'll, help us out. But it should be fun. Shout out to the team. But today, agenda QB breakdowns. We're going to talk about Sanders a little bit, Milrow a little bit, Ward a little bit, and we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, I said we're going to wrap it up now. All right. Get out of here. Go on now. All right. Here we go. When considering which quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, Jalen Milrow, or Cam Ward would best contribute to the Las Vegas Raiders' success, there are several factors to consider: skill set, style of play, adaptability to the NFL, and the Raiders' current roster and system. Let's break down each of these quarterbacks. We got our guy Shedeur Sanders. I was a big fan of his dad. I think everybody probably was. Everybody wanted to, if you bring it back a interception, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna high step it back, you know what I'm saying? Prime time. But you know what I'm saying, like his son, I'm starting to, like I said, watch a little bit more college ball. So I've been watching a lot of his tape, and I like his tape. These are my three favorites so far. Just three. They're all three are different. All three have different things that the others don't have. Some have little combinations here and there, but let's get it. Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes, has been one of the most exciting young talents in college football, particularly after transferring from Jackson State to Colorado for the 2023 season under his father, head coach Deion Primetime Sanders. His performance has generated a lot of buzz, and he is firmly on the radar for the 2025 NFL Draft. Here's a detailed scouting report on his game. So, we know his name. We know that boy name now, but position quarterback, as of now, University of Colorado. He was with Jackson State a couple years ago. 6'2", 215, good NFL size. Hometown from the Concord, California. Shout out to Cali. Let me see. So far. So as of mid-November 24, this is what it's looking like. This year, I think there's been a lot of shaking up in, the Pac-12 and all that is no more. Everyone's like ACC and all the different changes that, pretty much happen. He's done pretty good, taking on teams that normally he wouldn't be playing. Him going from Jackson State, of course, to Colorado, you're going to play different caliber teams, but he's responded pretty well. Like they say his line, isn't that good, but he's not really running well that I've seen him. I've maybe compared to ours, he's running for his life a lot less than it looks like our team is, but for what he does with the bad line that he has, and he has one of the best wide receivers to play with Travis Hunter, which has been lights out. I know we need a quarterback, but it's crazy. It's like, say if something happens, like, and how Brock pretty much falls to us. Would we take Travis Hunter? But, I know we need the quarterback and everything like that. But, who knows what happens after free agency. We know what they should do. But, I'm a Raider fan, so I've seen it all. But, yeah, pretty good numbers, though. 33, 50, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 67% completions, almost 70%. Nice passer rating. Yards per attempt, 8.3, which is pretty good. Completions, 285, attempts 420. That was just an extra slide, guys. My bad. Those some sick ass shades though. All right. So the pros. We're gonna do pros and cons. Shadur Sanders, pros. High football IQ. Boy got some smarts. No. Sanders has shown exceptional poise and decision making in his time at Colorado under Deion Primetime Sanders. His ability to read defenses and make quick decisions is impressive. Strong arm and accuracy. Al Davis would be like, get even, get that boy. Strong arm, accuracy. He has demonstrated the ability to make all the throws from short touch passes to deep balls. Pause. His accuracy, particularly in the short and intermediate game, is a major strength. Proven under pressure. Sanders led a turnaround at Colorado and has shown resilience in close games. Leadership. His maturity and confidence, qualities instilled by his father, Deion Primetime Sanders, make him a natural leader, an essential trait for a quarterback in the NFL. I mean, it sounds good. Of course, these are the pros and the pros of someone trying to be in the pros. But high football IQ. His dad is, of course, a Hall of Famer DB, so he knows coverage. So I'm pretty sure Shedeur gets to pick his dad's brain, about just what coverages were hard for you, what routes were, what I'm saying, a challenge, so all that comes into account. The reason Travis Kelce is such a good route runner, if you will, is due to him, those quarterback days and him knowing coverages, knowing where to sit down, knowing where to be, knowing how to help a quarterback out, help a QB out. So strong arm, accuracy. We hear about a lot of, he's got a strong arm, but he can't hit the broadside of a barn. So he's got the package, and he's got a little speed too. But I don't think that was shown here, but he has a little speed if he has to get out of there. So that's why I kind of didn't at first like Shedeur, because I didn't know he had that to his game to be able to get out of there until I seen it. He is his daddy's boy. So, yeah, it was good to see. So, I'm on board. Now, the cons. Okay. Transition to NFL speed. Now, for all the pros and cons, like you'll see, this is about one of the best ones. Because, it really doesn't really talk about him. It kind of just talks about, of course, everyone's going to have to make that change and adjust to the speed of the game. But transition to NFL speed, while he's had success in college, the jump to the NFL is a big one. The level of competition, particularly on defense, will be much tougher. Offensive line play, while Sanders has been productive, he hasn't always had a top-tier offensive line, which is similar to what he might face in the NFL, especially with the Raiders' current O-line's situation. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Yeah, because good thing he can run, but we just don't want him getting hurt, like whoever it is. If it's him, but we got to protect him. So, like I said, free agency, Telesco, fix the line. The line will change everything. If we get, just say we get, we win some games and we take ourselves out of draft position, right? And we end up getting a running back like Gentry. We're going to have to block for him at some point. We're going to have to, either way, we got to fix this line, because we can make we could probably have made a guy like Minshew a better quarterback, or Aiden, or, what I'm saying? We could have gave them a better chance, but our line it's been spotty. Excuse me, guys. I'm still like a little congested or whatever, but let's go. So the fit for Shedeur, fit for the Raiders, The Raiders are in a transitional phase. Seems like we're always in a transitional phase. And they could use a quarterback like Sanders who could eventually be a franchise player. His leadership and potential to grow under a offensive-minded coach would be a good fit for the long term. Okay. That should do her. I definitely like he's definitely got my vote. Like I said, I will vouch for I have an order. I will tell you kind of, towards the end, but I there's I wouldn't be mad at any of them, because no one knows who's the guy's going to be. You know what I mean? That's why it's so crucial that we get it right, because whoever's the number one pick isn't always successful, and whoever the third guy is, you never know. It could go any way. Thank you for tuning in to the Raider Nation Jason podcast, where it's team first and honest talk. Also, it kind of got delayed due to me being sick, but we will have our Fellas Night Out podcast coming up this coming weekend. It'll probably be after the Raider game this weekend, so it'll be like a late night thing. So, fellas, come through. We're gonna talk about it. We'll have guests and everything like that too, but it's gonna be kind of like the first pilot show, and we're just gonna work the kinks out, and then we'll start getting everybody on, and get them topics rolling. So, back to business. All right. Got my boy posing, man, like he was on a straight what's it, the model shoot or something. But we got our boy Jalen Milroe, quarterback, Alabama. 6'2", also 225, a little bit bigger, but boy, that boy fast. He keep carrying that 225 quickly. Texas guy. Let me see. Now for him, this is the speed guy. As we know, speed kills. And, that's why I say it's tempting. It's tempting. He's not, well, we'll get into that, but it reminds me of the Lamar Jackson factor. He can make you miss. He can scramble. He can get out of there. But the accuracy, we just got to improve the accuracy. But, Jalen Milroe. His pros: dual threat ability. Milroe has incredible athleticism. He can both extend plays with his legs and make explosive runs. That's the same thing, kind of. But, well, yeah. In today's NFL, that kind of mobility is highly valuable, especially when the pocket breaks down. Big play potential. He has a powerful arm and can make deep throws with accuracy. Which fits well in the modern NFL's emphasis on explosive plays. Toughness and big game experience. Coming from Alabama, Milroe has experience in big games and high-pressure situations, which will translate well to the NFL. The cons. Consistency as a passer. We've heard this before, right? Milroe is still refining his passing mechanics and decision-making. His accuracy can be inconsistent, especially on shorter throws or when he's forced to read defenses quickly. Now, the thing I worry about with these mobile quarterbacks, especially when their passing isn't their strongest, feature, that say once an injury happens, like say, Lord forbid, knock on wood and everything like that, but like a knee, an ankle, or something like that. So you don't have your number one weapon, your number one tool in your kit, and you're forced to have to use your other tools. So unless he develops that really quickly, but that's the only thing that worries me about these, speed guys. Because when they're healthy, they're fast as hell. But when they get banged up and when it's like mid-season, when those injuries start stacking up, then that's when you start to worry. Boom. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Development needs. Milroe has a lot of upside, but he's raw. His time at Alabama was a mix of highs and lows, and he would need significant development to become a polished NFL quarterback. So he would have to sit a little longer, which for us, if I'm reading this how I would do it, I would bring back Aiden and Ritter and let them, I guess, battle it out next year to start. And then, well, hopefully, it works out even better. We get someone that's already NFL ready. But in reality, just in case, because we don't want to rush him into a situation when we could. I think we'll do better with a Ritter and a Aiden. Like I said, this is just my opinion. I think we would do better with the Aiden or a Ritter than we would have with Minshew. That's just my personal opinion. But I feel like they would give us a good chance. Like I said, what do I know? But they would give us at least a good chance to get the kid ready. So it wouldn't be like we'd be like 0-6 before the kid, I think it would be, we would give him a chance. The fit for him in LV. Fit for the Raiders, Milroe could bring a dynamic element to the Raiders' offense with his mobility and arm strength. However, if the Raiders want to build around a more refined passer, Milroe might need more time to develop before becoming the franchise quarterback. So we would have to wait a little bit. Like I said, we have Aiden, we have Ritter, Minshew. I don't know what they're going to do with Minshew. I don't think it's going to be tough to get rid of him, so they might have to just eat that. Is everyone okay with him being like the third quarterback? Second, probably say third. I keep him away from the ball if possible. Then we got our third guy, Mr. Cam Ward. Now, I watched him a little bit, like a couple games here and there last year, but this year I really got to see him. I got to see him really up close and personal at the Cal game. So that was bittersweet, because it showed his skills, but at the same time, he beat my team. He came back and beat them, and just the way we lost was terrible. But Cam Ward, he's 6'2". We got all 6'2" guys, 223. I think, I don't know. I like Cam Ward. I don't know. I want to see more. I don't know. I just want to see a little bit more. How do you say? Well, I'll take that back. Let's see. It's still early in the season, but I don't know. There's something about Cam Ward that just, I don't know. When I see it, then I'll say it. But there's just the it factor. I don't see. Not that I don't see the it factor in him. It's just, I don't know. I like Shedeur. I like Milroe for his for the scrambling ability, but Cam Ward definitely has the arm and everything like that. I don't know. I worry about the mobility, just of him getting hurt. I don't know, just the way he plays sometimes. But yeah, Cam Ward, Miami, the U. Pros, strong arm and accuracy. Ward is a very talented passer with the ability to make all the necessary throws at the NFL level. His accuracy and decision-making have been solid throughout his college career. Mobile and elusive. Ward isn't the same kind of dual threat quarterback as Milroe, but he has good mobility and can extend plays outside the pocket while necessary. Proven success in the pro-style offense. He played in a pass-heavy system at Washington State that has some pro-style elements, which might make his transition to the NFL a lot smoother. The cons for him. Tougher competition at Washington State. While Ward has put up great numbers, the competition in the Pac-12 back in the day, especially in his first few seasons, isn't always the same level as the SEC or Big Ten. So it's hard to know how that will translate against top tier NFL defenses, durability, and consistency. While talented, Ward had some issues with consistency in high pressure situations, and durability is always a concern for quarterback in college systems that often ask them to run more than in a pro style offense. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Just like the injuries, I think is what could be an issue. But like I said, we'll see because they talked about that with um what's his name, Penix, or yeah, Michael Penix. They talked about him with him too. So, we'll see how that ends up going. But his fit for LV. Fit for the Raiders, Ward could be an intriguing option for the Raiders. His mix of accuracy and mobility could fit well with the NFL's growing emphasis on more mobile, balanced quarterbacks. His style of play could complement the Raiders' offensive system, though there would be a learning curve. So, like they're saying, I think that was the best fit for the Raiders' success, short-term success. If the Raiders are looking for a QB who can contribute quickly and potentially start right away, Cam Ward might be the best option. His polished passing skills and experience in a pass-heavy offense could help him adjust to the NFL more rapidly than Milroe, whose raw talent could require more time to refine. Long-term success. A quarterback who could develop into a long-term franchise quarterback, Shedeur Sanders has the highest potential. He combines strong leadership, accuracy, and football IQ with the ability to handle big moments. While he may not be the fully polished, while he may not be fully polished yet, his upside is significant, and he could eventually be the face of the franchise for the Raiders. High ceiling, immediate impact. If the Raiders want a quarterback with immediate dual threat potential and are willing to develop him into a more complete passer over time, Jalen Milroe offers the most, the most physical upside. His mobility and big play ability would add a dynamic element to the offense, but he would need time to refine his passing skills for consistent NFL play. Final decision. Shedeur Sanders seems like the best bet for the long-term success, offering leadership, high football IQ, and a skill set that can evolve into a top-tier NFL quarterback. The Raiders are in a rebuilding phase, and the quarterback with his tools and potential could become the centerpiece of their future. Now, this draft is the most important draft we've had in a while. This will pretty much start things in motion. Because imagine a year where we don't have to worry about quarterback. You know what I mean? Where all we have to do now is just load up. We got the tools. We just got to get the nails. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So basically, I wouldn't be mad at any of if we end up with any of these three, because like the way I see it, I don't see us winning no more than 2 games. Like I feel like we could put it some kind of surge, maybe scrape a game here and there, and it's nothing not bad from our team. It's just we're not. I don't know. We lost momentum a long time ago. So, and it's kind of just the way it's trended. We got guys hurt in some big places, man. And it just, we had chances to kind of hang in there, end up maybe 4-4 or, something where we kept it close. But now, we're far. We're on the bad half of the NFL. You know what I mean? And that bottom 5, I think 5th pick now. So, and it's we need to. So my thing, I used to always get mad at, say we're at 15 or 22, and we talk about trading up, right? We talk about trading up and giving away this year's first, next year's first, another year. Why? I mean, why we don't have to do that this year? We're just that bad, And it's just the way when I say we're that bad, it's not that we didn't have the pieces. We had the pieces. We just, a lot of people got injured, just timing. The Devontae thing, we made a decision. We set ourselves up to get rid of him, and we did. And the Jets took him on. They took the contract on. He's still losing over there. Nothing against Devontae, appreciate you, all that. But we won that trade, guys. I don't want to hear no other version of that we lost that trade because that's crazy. They picked up the money. He went to the pretty much same team, and they're just picking up the tab. So we need to bring in another star wide receiver, maybe two good ones to go with Jacoby, Mayer, Bowers. Now I think we'll have a lethal offense. Adding another running back, take care of the line to let's go. But yeah, it's I wouldn't be mad at any of the quarterbacks. If it was Cam Ward, if it was Shedeur, if it was Milroe, because I just want to see something new, something to spark this team. Milroe, I don't know what it is, but I like Milroe's tape. He has very Reggie Bush, Lamar Jackson type college tape. The last game, that boy was balling. I mean, he looked very, very fast on that last game. And he had like some crazy amount of yards, rushing yards. Shedeur, he comes with Dion. He comes with, I like that he has a football family. He has, so he's solid. He's a tough kid. He's gonna play. He's gonna challenge his teammates to be better. He's gonna bring the best competition out. I don't know why, but Cam Ward, man, it's kind of like in the middle for me. I like Shedeur. I like Milroe. Don't get me wrong. I like Cam too. It's just, I don't know, something in my gut, man, with Cam. So if Cam ever wins a Super Bowl or anything like that, just go back to this live because I blew it. But there's something with, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm just saying there's something with him. But I don't know. One of these three, hopefully, I didn't want to go past these three because the way we were headed. Now, if we start winning games and stuff like that, and we start to, then we can break down the other guys too. But I feel like we need to just keep it simple because once we start thinking too much, we start picking, the wrong people. So let's just keep it simple with these three. We'll run through some other talent too, just to see I just want to see how it shapes out. This is kind of the mid-season, sucks it has to be like this, but the mid-season. Thank you guys for that. But yeah, man. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for getting through that with me. But yeah. Will the Raiders get it right this time? After missing on multiple opportunities in previous drafts, 2025 feels like the make or break year. They've got to land. They've got to land the right quarterback. They've got to get the future of this franchise in place, and they've got to get it right now. Now, fix the line to let's go. Don't go cheap on me. You know what I mean? Like, don't go cheap on this. And that's the thing. Let's talk about that. We're sitting on all this money, all this cap money, right? And what is it doing? Just sitting there. We should have been put pieces in place and grab depth pieces here and there to get better. Either they're going to be, they could outplay our guys. There's nothing wrong with our guys, the people on our roster getting outplayed by people that we bring in. I mean, I think I talked about this last time, probably like the Davante Adams. Cool. What should we do? Get someone that's better than Davante. I know it's hard to do, but I'm saying like always set the bar higher than your best guy. So we got to get someone better than Max. So that way you'll have two hogs on the ends getting after it. That's what other teams are doing. They're stacking talent. They're not just saying, "Oh yeah, we're cool here." The Niners aren't competitive every year, and the Chiefs, because they are like, "Oh, You know, they're only good at. They even got Carson Wentz as their backup quarterback. You know what I mean? Which is used to be a starter in the league. So they're always grabbing wide receivers here and there, just grabbing randoms, making it happen. And we're okay with just keeping our wide receiver core. That on any team, where would they fit? You know, that's what I said. Like it when your tight end is your best receiver, that's not good, guys. It's not good. So let's go. Spend money. Coupon Tom. Need to put that to bed. Spend money, bro. I would rather you spend it because you can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a long road, but I'm optimistic that this team's front office is ready to make this priority. The future of this franchise depends on it. Let's just hope that when the draft rolls around, they make the move that we've all been waiting for. Raider Nation, we want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Raiders will finally draft the right quarterback in 2025? Or are we in for another heartbreak? I hope not, man. I swear, I hope not. I appreciate you guys. Salute. You know, I appreciate you guys dropping through. Like I said, I'm not feeling too well, but you know, it's been too long. So I had to get out here. Things are going crazy, you know, so just salute you guys. Appreciate you guys coming through. There will be more to come. We're going to do, of course, you know, I guarantee you, if we lose this next game, then I'm going to start with the real mock drafts. But I don't know. I feel like we're going to be competitive. We don't really play Miami too well. I mean, we do. We just don't win. You know what I'm saying? Like, so hopefully we can get something going because really this is just kind of working into next year. This is working towards to see kind of what we have, to see, you know, what's salvageable. We know certain positions, but now we get to, you know, learn some others. We get figure out this dang line out. That's what I want you to do for the rest of this season. Figure out what line keeps our quarterback upright, what opens up our running game. You know what I mean? Get that line together, and whatever you got to do, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Raider Podcast. Like I said, you see up top, the Fellas Not Out podcast will be coming. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys for coming through. Like I said, I just wanted to make this a short one. Nice little slide for you. Wish me luck tomorrow. We got the presentation tomorrow. It's for all the marbles. Yeah, so will we make the right decision? Those are the three guys I think it should be. I know my team. I wouldn't be surprised if it was anybody else. But thank you guys for tuning in, and see you guys on the next one. Let's go. Yeah.